Kai Williams picks up the rebound, gives it to Nimley, and Nimley's off and running for the Eagles.
Well, a little bit surprised by the starting fives, both sides. I thought Leslie Smith would probably be out there following his first half performance in the last game.
Shot rims out and back it comes with Yuri Godina, who took the rebound, finds Nimley. Nimley a lovely pass, good off to Eagles lead 4-1.
It was a lovely pass, and it was also a lovely roll and a sort of a little back cut there from Yuri.
Yes, good with it at the other end. Not really faced by anybody from the Eagles. Knocks down a two-point shot with his left hand and makes it 4-3. Yes, Nimley comes inside the key.
Out Weary and Davies there as a decent backcourt pair, but they played absolutely zero defense.
Nimley looking to turn the corner against Adozie, finds Defoe just inside the charity strike this time. Better
to be more comfortable with his shot over Adozie.
Bristol coming back with Goodwin. Drive into the basket, all the way to the basket. On, take the ball in his stride, turns it over, and it's Brandon Boggs comes at the other end, but a good steal by Defoe, and Williams hadn't got back, so he's wide open for Nimley's enough elevation, was blocked quite comfortably. It gives Bristol a chance to tie the game again. Yes, Leslie Smith waving Brandon Boggs away. He's against Zarko Jukic. Zarko Jukic comes up with a great block on Smith. Eagles very quickly away. Jason Page finds Darius Defoe. Eagles ball at the end line.
Well, I like the way Jason worked to get open at the top. I like the way he penetrated. What I don't like is he tried to pass to a player who had surrounded by people, where he had a more or less wide open, and he's pretty good on his left hand.
Wow. What a great play that was for me. I guess the Eagles will be quite happy to see Leslie Smith shooting three.
Kapoulis is going straight to his bench after that, and he's probably saying to himself, how do these players not know that Nimley will pull up and shoot on sight?
And there's Goodwin driving to the basket. Page took a good rebound. Jordan Davis almost stole it, but Zarko Jukic tidied up, and he has Page now just outside the three-point line with a bit of space. In
Page, just to patrol the three-point line, you've got to be active in it, you've got to be aggressive, you've got to close down these two shooters quickly before they get set.
There's Smith driving at the basket and on. Oh, that missed everything. Well over the top of the basket. Air ball. Page to Williams. Oh yeah. Williams found Nimley in the corner. And Nimley.
Defense.
Malcolm Delpeche is on at the moment. Here's Jordan Davis for three. That smashes against the basketball and comes out a long way to Adam Weary, who picks it up. Leslie Smith, he'll go at the basket again. He finds Delpeche inside. In control of the ball, he's having a look. Leslie Smith comes up to set the screen. Taylor slips to the corner. Ball's given to Weary. Delpeche comes up, sets the scene. Oh, Nimley somehow has come away with the ball, but just not quite enough time to get a good shot off, but it's still nearly made it three. But I think the Eagles will be happy with their defence in the first quarter, Dave, and the lead by 8 after one at 24-16. Malcolm Delpeche, Leslie Smith and Brandon Boggs is back out there looking to make a bit more of an impact than he did in that first quarter. Eagles on offence though, and it's Jason Page shaking, baking. He gives it to Fenoy, he drives inside, gives it to Jukic, who's open for three, and down goes Hook, misses it. Drew Lasker anticipated it but didn't quite get there. Here's Adam Weary, lovely screen by Malcolm Delpeche, Jason Page, Delpeche and Leslie Smith. Long pass from Eagles inbound to Jason Page, back from Godina to Page, superb pass, end line ball to Bristol. Here's Adozie, finds Boggs thought about the shot but quickly closed down by Defoe. Long pass to Davis into the corner for Adam Weary for three, and there's in the half.
Yes, Bristol are having a few problems getting into their offense. Look at the lovely high line, the Eagles, and everybody's in passing lanes, but they are still competitive. They are showing signs of patience, and that'll
give a big shout out to you all down there in Bristol, and I do hope you enjoy the coverage tonight from livebasketball.tv.
Well, what they'll have enjoyed in that last Eagles offense is I thought Daniel Adozie did a terrific.
Good tough defense by Adozie. Yes, Davis to Viga to Adozie. That's lovely ball movement. 8 quarters, and they're finishing off each quarter as well as they can, sort of thing. Fenoy's back on, and here's Nimley, thinks about the three, takes the ball nicely past Adam Weary, puts it.
Play on the wings.
I think Bristol might well be quite not content that they're down by 5, but you know, a lot of their players haven't really got going at the moment. Oh, there's a fantastic in the Commonwealth Games as well, and definitely a player who's improving season on season. And obviously brings Bristol right back to within 2 points, within a point. This guy's got both left-hand, right-hand layups, and that left-handed layup puts the Eagles back up by 3. Nice point guard play by Adam Weary. You mentioned Edozie a lot at the moment, and he's knocked down the 2-point jump.
And quite rightly so. He's playing well at both ends of the floor.
And there's a nice pass in for 2, and Eagles back up to 3. Both teams managing to get shots away and score points. And then to Page inside to Defoe. Defoe turns. Euro steps it out. So Nimbley takes a bounce. Gets himself open for a 3. Misses it. Jason Page though gets the recovery. This time Nimbley for 2. In it goes. That's another turnover from Page, trying to force the ball through to Defoe. Adam Weary, who's up to 10 points at the moment, gives it a good win, and there's good ball capable of the 2 sides. Oh, nice play from Defoe. Lovely pass from Defoe. Just tries to go past, but once again Page gives the ball away. Trying to find Defoe. He has Boggs at the other end. Nice spin move, but Frenoy turns back the years. Eagles been a bit careless, so with a chance to level it up as we go with 1:15 to go in the half. Brandon Boggs thought about a 3, drives inside, goes back outside to Smith. Smith comes driving in, but his layup's too strong. But Bristol recycled with Giga. Frenoy finds Defoe. He finds Page. Page going to drive all the way to the basket. Wow, between the shot clock, which is clicked down to 8. Viga, he finds Brandon Boggs inside. Boggs does well to stay inbounds there. Turnaround jump shot is short. Leslie Smith though takes a good rebound, or does he? And it doesn't quite get there. Kai Williams comes away with it, but the time expires with the Eagles up. Anybody's game this one. First 2 quarters of 8 played, the Eagles lead 43-41.
Well, at the end of the first quarter, we were talking about the desperate need for Bristol to step up the defence. They've done that. And the end result is they go in at half-time only 2 down. It was nearly a dream start, wasn't it, for the Flyers in the second half. A wide-open 3-point look for Brandon Boggs. And then the Eagle...
and Saw Nimbley comes away with the rebound. He has Goodhina for 3 at the other end. That one misses, but Drew Lascott looked almost as if he was going to get the rebound, but didn't. And Rondell Goodwin comes...
No, he's not been comfortable with his shot at all, has he? And Plymouth must think there's a lid on this rim because they've had 3 roll round in and out.
But that one there from level game, ball game 45-45, and a really good game, and a bit surprised that the Eagles fans are not as a bit noisy and helping their team, but there's a nice...
though, because they're getting away with doing the hard things and not doing the easy things very well at all.
Williams to Goodhina for 3. That one drops obviously with different ideas. Goodhina almost gets a steal. He has Jordan Davis for 3. That one's out, but Edozie once again comes up with a great rebound, and there's a brilliant pass, and that's back to 3 points, 50-47.
Yeah, they've been executing well. That was a really good execution, but the difference there was the finish was much more clinical.
Takes him up to a 6-point lead. Adam Weary to return it. He's going to go to the basket. Faced by Defoe, doesn't make it.
The rotations, haven't we, to this first quarter? Vega and Smith coming in, and Jason Page and Newcastle in because he had that tremendous first half in the league game in March, and then got himself in foul trouble and seemed to lose completely his rhythm. But tonight he hasn't. In fact, Viga's already gone back to the bench.
Yeah, Viga's gone to the bench, and Chris Taylor, Jason Bristol just possibly need a timeout here. Especially if the Eagles want to score again. Here's Frenoy. He gives it to Kai Williams. Jason Page trying to work. He finds Nimbley going to the basket. Nimbley comes all the way around. Jukic for 3. He knocks that 3 down to the top, but Eagles stood firm with Kai Williams. Jason Page going to the basket. Lays it in for 2. First they overplayed it, and the second one, Nimbley overspun it. Here come Bristol again. Boggs working against Kai Williams. Good play by Brandy, stretched that out. Still a minute to go in the quarter. Yes, Nimley, he finds Furnoy. Furnoy finds Kai Williams for three. Kai Williams.
And Leslie just found it difficult to get going tonight.
Yeah, only 6 points between the two of them from the bench as well. Yes, Smith coming inside. That time bound with 21 seconds left to go and 14 seconds on the shot clock. Comes out to Boggs, he fakes a three, drives inside, goes to Smith in the corner for three. And he gets 6 seconds left to take a shot. I think Jason Page fancies going all the way to the basket. Doesn't, gives it outside to Jukic, who shoots the three on the buzzer, but it doesn't go in. Eagles lead 68 to 56, 12-point lead with 10 minutes to go.
Deficit in that quarter was, but they did actually make inroads and pull it back to 12 to finish off the quarter.
Yeah, I think Eagles were up by 16 at one point, actually 17 at one point. There's Darius Defoe, one have said. Furnoy comes away with the rebound, switches the play across to Nimley. Nimley back to Furnoy. Furnoy to Williams for three. Kai Williams acknowledges his mistake to his teammates. Adam Weary comes back. Daniel Adozie thought about the shot. Brandon Boggs did take a shot, and it's a two. Davis and Weary on. Brandon Boggs and Leslie Smith. Yes, Nimley turns the corner, finds a wide open Darius DeVoe. What on earth was it?
He's been unaffected by that little tweak to his knee.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice pass inside there. Really good pass inside. What might be one of the guys who could start early has certainly come alive now in this final quarter. Yes, Nimley for two, floats it in. Goodwin thinking about a three-point shot. Yep, turns the corner against Jason Page and puts the three up. Misses it. Kai Williams rather carelessly was stolen from behind by Joe. Right on the button from Davis. Really good point guard play and a great finish from Brandon Boggs. Eagles just a little bit careless there on offense. He has Nimley for three. That one goes. That's an absolutely superb point, David. One I was actually thinking about myself, because they haven't been a factor. We haven't really noticed them. There's a nice play there from between.
Bristol were a lot to do with their own downfall in the other game, but this is a lot more to do with the Eagles' performance.
Nimley, wow, the great point guard play there from Saw Nimley. Stretch, you just never know. Here's Davis now, thought about giving that into Weary. Jukic went for the steal, missed the steal. Great, taking his time coming down. Nimley comes off the screen, goes for the three. Great work on the boards from Drew Lasker. He gets the ball back to Nimley. Nimley this time instead of the players back out there, and they have been told a couple of times, but no action taken against them. He has Rondell Goodwin for a deep
switch off. So pretty sure that Fab, you know, and you give to mentioning Fab, just give credit to the coaching staff of the Eagles, because there was
all beautifully converted, all straight into the basket. And there's Darius Defoe's fifth foul of the game. Darius Defoe is fouled out on an illegal screen in his own half.
Working hard in the background just to get focus back into the Eagles, because, you know,
why on earth is Fab Furnoy not going up? He hasn't shot the ball at all. Oh, fantastic play by Saw Nimley.
Careless. You know, the foul from Defoe, the crazy pass, Fab not taking the shot.
Jason Page missing a three-point shot there. A great offensive rebound from Zark with Jukic. And this time of the first leg, Goodwin finds Adozie. Adozie out to Weary. Weary thought about giving it to Jordan Davis in the corner, but instead, that 18-point lead has been whittled down to just single 10 points. Nimley's going to shoot a three, and it goes from Saw. Perhaps not the best choice he's made tonight, but he has made a lot of good choices. Eagles lead by 13. Goodwin with a fadeaway. He fails to make it, but Daniel Adozie, who's going to see the referees have fouled with actually shooting. Nimley into Page. Page on Goodwin. Page puts Goodwin on his pants. Kai Williams for three. Great rebound, just in case they get one. Jordan Davis looking to knock this one down. Knocks the second one down. And the gap's down to 11 points, and Eagles with one last offense perhaps here. Lasker, Nimley. Yeah, Eagles definitely going to hold for that last shot of the first half of the playoffs. There's Drew Lasker for three. It bounces out. Furnoy though picks up the offensive rebound. That could be a very important offensive rebound. Saw Nimley on the buzzer, tries for the 3, doesn't make it, and the final scores 90-86. Big question is, will 11 points be enough for the Eagles, or have Bristol done enough in that last bit of the fourth quarter to pull back enough to give them hope for the second leg?
Well, I'm going to stick my neck out and say it will be enough. That's 17 straight wins over Bristol. Yes, Bristol made some attempt to come back in, but I really favour the Eagles to make it 18. But I'll tell you what, this is another loss they've suffered in this building, but they'll go out of here in a much better frame of mind after tonight's performance than they did from the loss they had in March, because they hung in there and they took advantage of some very careless Eagles mistakes to draw it back to that 11 points, to give themselves some hope and maybe even some confidence as they look forward to the game on Sunday.